going on, Jerome? So we're back taking a look at another mock draft. Ryan Wilson is back at it again, CBS Sports, and he's become quasi-famous, infamous this draft season with some unique mock drafts. We'll go like that. But this one, 3 rounds, it's actually pretty solid. I really respect this one. Well, hell, I respect every single one. I respect anyone who's willing to do the work and put their neck out there. But, the one where Kwity Paye fell the first round, where I'm pretty sure he just forgot him. No. But 3 rounds. The Vikings have 3 selections in the top 3 rounds, 14 overall, 78 and 90. Let's dive through the first round, and then we'll get to the Vikings picks later on. So at 1, so he says Trevor Lawrence. The Jags are taking Trevor Lawrence at the end. I'm just waiting. Ryan Wilson is going to be the guy who drops Trevor Lawrence from 1 in a mock draft. It's coming. It's coming. 2, Zach Wilson. 3, Jamar Chase, wide receiver 1 for Tua. Going to find out if he can be that dude. 4, Kyle Pitts, where they could go Fields here. They could go Trey Lance here if Arthur Smith does want his quarterback of the future. But, Kyle Pitts. The way that we talk about Darren Waller and Travis Kelce, that's how they're going to talk about Kyle Pitts for the next decade. They just are. And frankly, if I had my choice, if I had odds for who you could wager on to make the Hall of Fame, I would take Kyle Pitts. You would get decent odds, and we're getting ahead of ourselves. 5, Penei Sewell, Bengals protect the Burrow no matter what. Duke Tobin came out and talked to their de facto GM, came out and talked to the Media Jackals today. He's like, protect Joe Burrow. Yeah, well, is your horrible offensive line that got him hurt in the first place? 6. So the Eagles, they do it. Justin Fields is going to compete with Jalen Hurts, even though Howie Roseman said that they're going to build around Jalen Hurts. Liar. 7. So this is a bit surprising, but I understand. So Caleb Farley at 7 for the Lions. And the Lions could certainly go quarterback here. Mac Jones and Trey Lance are on the board. But Caleb Farley is extremely, extremely talented. He's lengthy. He's got that recovery speed. He's clearly the cornerback 1 in this class. I know people like Surtain. I know people like J.C. Horn. But Farley is that guy. Horn and Surtain are extremely good as well, don't get me wrong, but Farley is that dude. And they punted on Trufant, didn't work replacing the other cornerback. And Okudah and Farley together on the outside. Hopefully Jeff Okudah can rebound from a sort of a meh rookie season. And then you got Justin Coleman in the slot. That's not bad. That's not a bad trio. 8, Mac Jones. Who? Mac Jones. Being a distributor on that offense does make sense. Mac Jones working with Joe Brady and Christian McCaffrey, and maybe they hang on to Curtis Samuel. They got Robbie Anderson, and away they go. 9. So this could and should be the Trey Lance pick, but Micah Parsons can't really go wrong. Plus, if they retain Von Miller and they still have Bradley Chubb, that's a nice front 7. You can certainly get after that. 10. Cowboys pick up Patrick Surtain in this spot. Bama at cornerback. 11. The Giants picking up Jalen Waddle, deep threat for Danny Dimes. We've been over this. 10 and 11. I kind of feel like these 2 picks have been sort of set in stone, or they've just been repeated ad nauseum in recent mock drafts. 12, the Niners, and stupid Kyle Shanahan and stupid John Lynch get their hands on our guy, no pants or Trey Lance, the pride of Marshall, Minnesota, by way of NDSU. And sitting behind Jimmy G for a year, I think would best suit him and as he gets up to speed to the pro game. But this movement-based West Coast scheme, Trey Lance, yeah. 13, Rashawn Slater, no matter what. 14, so the Vikings go AVT. And like I said, I do like AVT. I do think the Vikings, if they are able to trade down, I think you can get him a little bit lower. I think that he is going to be a guard. I know that his tackle play has been fluffed up quite a bit. He was the Pac-12 Offensive Lineman of the Year, except they played like 2.5 games. But he's going to be a much better guard. His 2019 tape at left guard is phenomenal. And at the end of the day, if you come out of the first round with a plug-and-play starter at guard and a true guard, not just a tackle that you're going to shove into the guard spot, okay, I get it. But Devontae Smith is on board. Kwity Paye is there. Christian Barmore, Christian Darrisaw, the 2 Christians. And again, you can sell me on it. I'm not 100%. No. 15, how did this happen? How do people let this happen? So Devontae Smith gets to the Patriots, and hell, maybe Cam Newton does run it back with New England, and maybe Devontae Smith just opens up the key to Cam Newton. I don't know. 16, J.C. Horn has got that length to replace Patrick Peterson. 17, Kwity Paye, no matter what, with the Raiders. I don't like it. I like Kwity Paye. I don't like him on the Raiders, even though I do like the Raiders. Actually, I love it then. 18, the Dolphins pick up Jalen Phillips. So Jalen Phillips comes off the board before Gregory Rousseau. I think that would be a mild upset, but the one thing that was missing on the Dolphins' pretty solid defense last year was a consistent pass rush, and Phillips would bring that. 19, Darrisaw. They haven't really replaced Trent Williams. Plug him in at left tackle. For me, I would put Darrisaw above Slater. I would. That's how much I believe in Christian Darrisaw. 20, so the Bears. Barrymore in this spot. Now, it's a little bit controversial because you're like, well, what about Akeem Hicks? Well, Akeem Hicks is getting older. Akeem Hicks might be a shocking salary cap casualty. But if you're able to rotate in Barmore and Hicks together, basically you're having Barmore take the spot of Roy Robertson. Harris is going to leave for free agency. Damn, Gina. Damn. I mean, come on. That's pretty damn good. And I hate the Bears. 21, Tevin Jenkins coming in. Now, he could switch to the blind side because he primarily played right tackle at Oklahoma State. He could swap sides like Jedrick Wills Jr. last year from Bama to Cleveland, or put him in at right tackle to kick Braden Smith over to the left side. Either way, you pick up another offensive lineman to help replace the retiring left tackle Anthony Costanzo. 22, Titans, edge rusher Aziz. Yeah. 23, Jets taking Tyson Campbell. Robert Saleh. Now, this has been trending in mock drafts recently. The Jets going cornerback with their second first-round pick that they got from Seattle. Robert Saleh's getting his cornerback 1 for the new defense. Sure. 24, Steelers, Najee Harris. Now, not a lot of places have been mocking running back to the Steelers, but they could use some help, and they're going to run back a Big Ben, and he would greatly benefit by having a consistent running game. Now, yes, you could go on the offensive line, you could go linebacker, you could go a lot of different ways here, but Najee Harris is that dude. Power back, soft hands, great receiver, and James Conner, Benny Snell just simply didn't get it done last season. 25, Jaguars go D-line. Levi Onwuzurike. You have that defensive line penetrator. Can play edge, can play 3-tech, can play all over the line. Was a 2020 opt-out, but that first step is the best in the draft class. 26, Boogie Basham. I actually really like this fit. I love this fit, actually. Putting him in as a true left defensive end, he can rove over the tight ends on the close side of the field, and then you have Myles Garrett on the other side. That's a nice pairing. That's a really nice pairing. Ravens, 27. Jason Oweh coming on a physical freak, coming out of Penn State, a relatively local guy. 6'5", 250. He's going to run a 4.3 40. They're going to lose Judon, the franchise tech player last year, Yannick the freaking Ngakoue, who came over in a trade. So then they'll get 2 compensatory picks out of them in 2022. It's a sham. It's a sham. Eric DaCosta and Ozzie, it's a sham. But Jason Oweh just coming on in, and then in 4 or 5 years, they'll get rid of him, and they'll let him walk, get a comp pick. 28, Rondale Moore. It sucks. I hate it because they're probably going to get rid of Emmanuel Sanders due to the cap. Maybe they'll trade Michael Slants Thomas, but I don't like it. I don't like it because I hate the Saints. 29, I really hate this one. Zaven Collins, where think of the best parts of Anthony Barr with the coverage skills of Eric Kendricks. That's Zaven Collins. So he comes into Green Bay. They might have to let go of Preston Smith in due to salary cap. But, yeah, no, I hate it. I hate it. 30, Rousseau falls all the way to the Bills. Now, Rousseau to the Packers would have been super intriguing, but it didn't happen. But, yeah, they need some freshening on that front 7. Rousseau and Epinesa eventually could be the bookends. Sure, 31, Newsome, where that defensive back room, sure, needs some freshening. The safeties are solid. They're probably going to lose Sorensen, but Newsome, it does have the size and length to be physical on the outside. I like it. And then the Bucs pick up Nick Bolton. They're probably going to lose, maybe they'll lose Levante David in free agency, so Bolton steps in right away, although they do have other holes to fill, such as if Sue leaves, if Shaq Barrett leaves, etc. So like we said, there's a 3-round mock draft. Tony goes to the Jaguars. Oh, I love it. Bateman to the Jets. Joke falls out of the first round, but he finds a spot with the Falcons. And he fits in with what Dimitrov had done on that defense, where you have smaller, fast guys, and Joke would fit right in. If Terry Fontenot still wants to continue down that path with what's established on defense, Etienne goes to the Dolphins. Oh, I love it. I love that one. So Cosme Panthers. Morig falls out of the first round. He goes to Lions. Wow. So Lions completely overhauling that secondary. So they picked up Caleb Farley, and they got Morig. So they got the two best players at cornerback and safety. That's a nice way for Brad Holmes to start out his era with the Detroit Lions. Wyatt Davis, with that injury, falls to the Giants. They're probably going to let go of Kevin Zeitler. So you do have Will Hernandez of Wyatt Davis. It's pretty good. That's pretty good. Aaron Robinson, the 49ers, Frymouth. Where are the quarterbacks? Mayfield falls all the way to Seahawks. That's a good pickup. Darrell Cox goes to the Rams. I hate it. Well, I hate it because I dislike the Rams and I love Darrell Cox. Kyle Trask goes to the Saints in the second round. If they can pull that off, yeah. Or you could easily see them just reaching for a quarterback at the end of the first round. Third round, an important round. Wow, Elijah Molden got to the third round. We'll take it because, I mean, only 64 dudes can go in the first two rounds. There's going to be some really talented players. Kellen Mond goes to Falcons. Oh, Arthur Smith still gets his guy. Come on. Eric Stokes, the Bengals. I mean, if they hold on to William Jackson, they're probably pretty good at cornerback. Well, maybe if Mack leaves. Yeah, I get it. St. Just goes to Panthers. Eskridge goes to Lions. No! Mama, no. He stays home in Michigan. I hate it. Trey Smith to the Chargers. Wait, so the Chargers get Trey Smith and they got Rashawn Slater. That's nice. Richie Grant at the Vikings at 78 or 78. Well, they're at 78 because the Patriots forfeited. I get it. So Richie Grant, I really love Richie Grant, man. Richie Grant, it will smack you down. He can cover. He can do a lot of things. Richie Grant and Harrison Smith would be a lot of fun. Odigizua goes to the Cardinals. I guess is defensive line that big of a need with J.J. Watt? No. Garnwell, St. Brown goes to the Bears. Oh, so it's going to be the St. Brown's Bears-Packers rivalry, even though Equimanius isn't going to be active on game day in all likelihood. Tommy Tremble, the Steelers. Packers picking. Oh, so the Vikings at 90 picking up Cam Sample, edge rusher. He didn't go TCU. He goes to Tulane. But Cam Sample, I like his attitude. I like his leadership, but he's a little bit of a tweener. Like he doesn't have the size or the length to be an every down edge rusher, but he also doesn't have the girth to kick inside. So he is going to be a situational, rotational guy. I don't know if he's going to be a third round pick. If he ends up at the top end of day 3, I think that's a win for Cam Sample. But I mean, hell, if you're looking for a defensive tackle, Aleem McNeil is right there. The real deal with Aleem McNeil right here, the pride of NC State. Let's go get some. Or Patrick Jones. I would prefer McNeil or Patrick Jones over Sample at 90. Again, it's nothing against Sample, but if you're looking for specifically an edge rusher or specifically a 3-tech, let's do that. I mean, there's too many tweeners on the defensive line as it is. Or J. Tufele, he's right there, just chilling. Or let's double and triple down on the offensive line. You already got AVT. Why not get James Hudson? He can sit behind Reef for a year, maybe 2. That would actually do him some good. Converted defensive tackle. Only spent 1 year on the offensive line. Former Michigan Wolverine. Woo! Bring it on. But other than that, other than the Sample pick, which I would have gone a different direction with just a handful of names right here. I mean, AVT at 14. Again, I understand. If that at the end of the day, you come away with a guy that you're fine, starting with day 1, a true guard, not a tackle that you're jamming into guard. I get it. I understand it. We can get on board. And I think it'll be easier as you backfill in these other positions in the 3rd and 4th round when you have 2, 4, 6 picks, all of that. So then the entire draft class as a whole makes a little bit more sense. I think that's why Vikings fans are a little bit guard at 14 because it's a long way to 78. But as evidence here, there's going to be a lot of really talented players available 2nd, 3rd, 4th, probably even 5th round. So let's go get this thing going. But your thoughts, Ryan Wilson's latest CBS Sports Mock Draft 3-rounder edition. Let us know in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Must support that work. Pull some in the Venmo. But until next time, Skol, production value.